I guess the lights have been shining a lot brighter. Let's have a drink with the girls from the videos. I must have been through this once in my past life. I see the pitfalls, dodging them difficult.
Y'all should already know why nigga dressed like this. I rock that all white when I'm feeling golly. But y'all seen nigga do his reaction to the to Views from the Six by Drake. And from now on, if I ever do a reaction to a full project, I'ma always do a review a couple days later after I listen to it a couple more times, just after I fully digested the project and I'm like ready to give my thoughts on it. So just so y'all know from now on, so we're gonna start it off right with this Views from the Six. We're gonna get it popping, so let's get into it. Now on my third listen, my first listen y'all seen my reaction to it. My second listen, I listened to it last night, or the night before I'm recording this, which is Monday night. The night before, on Sunday night, I listened to it while I'm playing 2K on my Beat speaker over here, and it grew on me immediately. I don't know what it was about the first listen. Like the first listen, I guess it was because, you know, the dude that was in my video, Vontae, this nigga was on the phone the whole time. So and he was talking to his bitch or whatever. And you know, I couldn't really hear all the intricacies of the album that I wanted to. So that could have been it. Or it could have just been like I wasn't in the right mindset to fully like appreciate the project. Because when I listened to it the second time, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And the third time I listened to it, which was right before I recorded this video, it was like 12. So that was pretty late too. And plus I was like tired, so I was already in a mood where my energy was low, and that's where I think this album like really succeeds. It's like when you listen to it when your energy is low, which is pretty much at nighttime, and like there's no lights outside, there's no sunlight, you know, you could sit there and just vibe. I think that's where this joint succeeds. If you listen to this at the daytime, I don't think you could really appreciate it, because you won't be in the right frame of mind or energy levels to really appreciate it. I really think that, because when I first heard the album, I was still in the mindset of like being in the daytime, because even though it was around like 11, I had Vontae here, we was chilling, so my energy was still like really high. So when I listened to it, my energy was lower. It really resonated with me, and I liked it even more. Now it still wasn't 100% for me, but I liked it a lot more than I did the first time, almost twice as much. So let's get into it. I wrote down notes for each track. First song, Keep the Family Close. It grew on me a lot from the first time I heard it. Like the beat on it is like really like cinematic. It sounds like some shit that you would hear on like a movie. Like in the movie, in like some kind of like montage kind of moment when the main character or whatever is going through some shit, or they about to do something or whatever. Like you would hear the beat to this shit going on while that's happening. Like it's perfect for that. I wrote down a notable line, like when Chrysler made that one car that looked just like the Bentley, I always saw you for what you could have been. I was like, you know what, that's some real shit. I related to that line. Now Drake has a lot of those lines on here where it's like simple connections. There's no like really like crazy similes and metaphors on here. It's a whole lot of simple similes and stuff, like you keep playing games, like no, you treat me like a toy, like a Happy Meal, some shit like that. Like there's a lot of stuff like that on here. And while it's okay, I'd rather Drake put like more effort into his bars, but I get that that's not what he's trying to do. He's trying to more so just like express what he's trying to get across as simple as possible. Even though I wish he'd go back to the days of rapping bitches, rapping bitches, then rapping and bitches until all of it switches, because that line is so good. And it's not like super like, oh, like super technical, but it took a lot more effort than it took to write some of the shit that he wrote on here. But I get it though. Track 2, 9. Now, I wrote down another notable line. I made a decision last night that I would die for it, just to show the city what it takes to be alive for it. I related to that because I feel that way. You know, when you a young nigga and you know you trying to put on for your city. Cause me, I'm from Queens. We haven't had a hot Jamaica Queens. We haven't had a hot nigga out since 50. We got Nicki Minaj now, but she don't really rep us. Like if you was around when 50 was like real hot, you felt 50. Like you felt like that nigga was in your hood. But like you don't really feel that with Nicki. She don't really be here that much. You don't feel her presence. So I'm trying to be the person to put my area back on the map. So I decided last night I would die for it just to show the city what it takes to be alive for it. I felt that one. This song really works at nighttime too. This whole album really works at nighttime. Like if you were just driving through New York or wherever you at, I think it works better if you in a city though. Like if you in a country or some shit, I don't know if you could really relate. But if you in a city and you just driving through at night, especially cities like New York, Toronto, LA, like if you in one of those major cities, then like you really feel a song like this. Especially if you try to do something big. Also, this song sounds way better on headphones. The third listen, I listened to the album on my Beats headphones, and it sounded like way better. Like it was right in my ear, and I heard like all the intricacies and all the little stuff that you can't hear when you just listen to it like broadly from like a outside speaker source. You know, You With Me. Third track, You With Me. I finally figured out, because I was trying, when I first heard it, I knew it sounded like something that I heard from Drake before. And I finally figured out, it sounds like Hate Sleeping Alone from Take Care, the bonus song. But it's just like sped up. Like the rhythm of it is sped up. And it's like more of a thump on it. But this song, I didn't get why the nigga sampled DMX. Like DMX, if y'all don't know, DMX, on the last like radio interview he did it with the Breakfast Club, and that nigga just roasted fire out of Drake. And I didn't understand why out of everybody, Drake was the person to sample DMX. Like out of everybody, no gangster rapper did it. You know, that's pretty much it. No gangster rapper did it. It was fucking Drake. That shit was weird to me. But this song is like really a nighttime song. I don't know how many times I'm gonna repeat that on this album about how much shit is like suited for the nighttime, but it really is. Now, the second part of the song where he's like, a lot of niggas cut the check to take this flow, that awkward moment when you say some shit like that, and then a reference track drops from Party Next Door where the nigga says these exact same lines, which means you took these lines from him, which means you cutting checks to take niggas flows, but it's alright. It's alright, Drake. It's alright, B. Feel No Ways. This song is fucking fire. I did not like this on the first listen, but on the second listen, I loved it. Like, it's one of those songs that Drake makes that where it's like the melody is so powerful, you just want to sing that shit with your heart. I want to learn the lyrics to this shit so I could just sing that bitch like Whitney Houston, you know? Now you try to make me feel away on purpose. Now you throwing it back in my face on purpose. And you don't feel no way. You think I deserve it? See, I don't know the lyrics yet. These type of songs are the songs from Drake that I really appreciate him singing on. Like, these are the only ones I appreciate. The songs like the intro, I don't really fuck with like that. That one gets a pass because the beat is so goddamn cinematic and thematic. So that's the only reason why it gets a pass. But songs like this is like I want Drake to sing on. Melodies is on fucking 10. And the beat is some Sierra. You want a 1-2 step to that bit. You know? Y'all couldn't see me, but I just 1-2 step. R.I.P. to Sierra. Her career dead. Hype. This is the third best song on this motherfucking album. Oh my god, this shit goes, my nigga. This is one of the few songs on the album that go no matter what time of the day you listen to, or no matter what time, like what your energy levels are, don't fucking matter. This song will go. Like, this shit goes. This is one of them Drake songs where he just gotta talk his shit, which I wish he made more albums where he did a lot more of this. Because, like, look at Jay-Z. Jay-Z made a whole career off of talking his shit. Now, I get Drake is not Jay-Z, but I wish he would give us more songs on the album where he talks his shit. Because I feel like he the only rapper right now that could fill that lane. Like, there's no other rappers in here that could really brag like Drake. Because nobody is as successful in terms of money and popularity as Drake. Now, there's better rappers, but you don't brag about how much of a better rapper you are than somebody, because who gives a fuck? you brag about how much more shit you got than another rapper. And that's what I want to hear, because that shit is like motivation. Hype is a song that you go on a kill streak to. Like, hype is montage music, my nigga. Track 6, Western Road Flows. This nigga sampled Mary J. Blige. He gets a pass off top for that. Like, the song has to be fire if you sample Mary J. Blige, especially the way that they did it. Shout out to 40. This nigga 40 is a genius. But this one of them, this Drake gives you one of these like every album now. One of these like real like reminiscent kind of songs. Like on the last album it was Legend. On the one before that it was Tuscan Leather. I don't remember what it was on Take Care. But he pretty much gives you one of these every joint, where it's like a story of how he came up and what his life was like before the fame, before the grassy and shit like that, when he was struggling. But I fuck with that song. That song is hard, especially the beat really makes that song. Drake's verse is like, it's cool, but the beat is what like really carries that over. Shout out to 40. Now, track 7, Redemption. Now, I hated this song on the first listen. Hated it. Thought it was the worst song on this project, but I don't hate it as much now. I still don't really fuck with it, and the only reason why that is because Drake's verse. Now, if you just listen to the first 2 to 3 minutes of the song where he's singing, it's like, turn this shit off. But once you get to the verse, it's like, I felt that. I felt that verse. That verse, I felt that. Because that's shit that a nigga went through before I cut these bitches off. Fuck these bitches. But before that, you know, when a nigga was dealing with bitches, I felt that. So it brought me back to that. Which is why that's why I don't hate the song as much. Now, it's still the second worst song on this project. But it's not like as bad. Like, it's not like one of the worst Drake songs ever. It would have been if not for that verse. Track 8, With You. Now, this song is like kind of like funky. I didn't really like it on the first listen. On the first listen, I didn't fuck with it. But on the second and third listen, I was like, you know, I just kind of wanted to dance. How are you? The beat is like really, really airy and atmospheric, which again is perfect for nighttime shit. Now, this would be the song like if you pretty much like driving home or something, or you in some kind of moving vehicle on your way home at nighttime, or on your way wherever at nighttime, like this song will work. This song will go. Listen to it at daytime, it might work, but you're not gonna feel it as much as you would at nighttime. At least with me. This whole thing is about me. I'm not speaking generally. This is all about me. Now, track 9, Faithful. Faithful is fire. The hook is classic Drake melody, the shit that makes you want to sing with him. Working, 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 ain't ya? You just trying to fight, you ain't got no time to lay up. You just trying to be somebody, for you say you need somebody. Get all your affairs in order. I won't have affairs, I'm yours, girl. Faithful, 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 faithful. You know, like, you want to sing that shit. And what really like carries the Pimp C verse is a little weird. Like, it didn't fit the song to me. Like, it kind of feels like he like got a Pimp C verse and he was like, oh, it's a Pimp C verse, I'ma just put it on this song because I fuck with Pimp C. Like, I don't feel like that verse really fit the song. I feel like he should have had like somebody actually put a verse on that song, like actually rap on it, or he should have just did it. But like the Pimp C verse like throws it off for me, because it just feels like he just threw that shit on there because he got a Pimp C verse and he ain't know what else to do with it, but he wanted to put a Pimp C verse on the album. The Division feature, that nigga kills that shit. Like at the end with that nigga sing his ass off at the end, bro. That nigga's like, yeah. My voice can't go that high, but y'all get the joint. If y'all listen to the album, y'all listen to that song and you listen to the end, that part like really brings that song over the top for me. That's what puts that song in like maybe, I was about to say maybe top 10, but I don't remember what my top 10 was because I wrote it down and I'm gonna get to it at the end of this review. But I think it might be there. But that part right there is what would bring that song into the top 10 of this album. Track 10, Still Here. Second best song on his fucking album. My nigga, this shit goes. This shit goes. How did I finesse all of this shit from Janet Weston? Girls all in my bed and they don't trip off first impression. Girls all in your bed and they just ask 100 questions. I can't fuck with you no more cause you be acting extra. Do your favorite rapper like my son though. Ain't nothing mutual about my fun, no. All you niggas fighting over crumbs, where the bread at? How they feel about you, where you from, where your bed at? I don't need no pill to speak my mind, I don't need that. I make people pay me for my time, yeah, I need that. And I see your girl like all the time, no. I can't tell you if she yours or mine, but I do know. Me and all my niggas living well, dog. You not from the city, I could tell, dog. Did it by myself, dog. Blew up and I'm in the city still, I'm still here, dog. A nigga had to do that whole shit. That song goes, my nigga. Like from the beat is so, oh man, that beat, bruh. If you, like, that beat is what makes you want, that song is put together so well. Like from the beat to like the melody rap, fucking perfection, my nigga. I don't think there's any flaws in that joint. If there was one thing I would take out, that like that part between Drake's last hook and like the beat riding out, I'd take that part out because that part is kind of like weird. I put something else there, I don't know what, but that part is like kind of weird, to like throws it off. But if that's like nitpicking. But besides that, that song is phenomenal. Track 11, Controller. I really fuck with this song. I wish he would have kept Popcorn. I don't know, nigga. I don't listen to Popcorn at all. But when I heard the leak version of this song, I really fuck with that nigga verse. Like, that nigga verse is a part of why I like this song. Like, he took it off the album version for whatever reason. Maybe he couldn't get it cleared, or like they couldn't work out a deal or whatever to get him on the album, which I understand. Because music is still a business, even though it shouldn't be. But like, it still is a business, so I get it. Why it couldn't be on the album, if that's one of the reasons. Now if he just took him off to take him off, then like kill yourself. Like, yeah, that song, like I listen to that song, every time I listen to that song, you just gotta do hella body rolls, my nigga. Just hella all this, bruh, just all that. That's all you do during that song. I listened to the album version for the first time today though, and it's not that bad. Like, it gets the job done. I'd rather have the nigga. I'd rather have that nigga verse. But if I can't get it, like, that song will get the job done. Like, I'll still listen to it. Track 12, One Dance. Now, this is like the song that grew on me the most from this whole album, because I hated this song. And I think part of the reason why I hated this song is because everybody liked it. And just how I'm built, my makeup is that if everybody likes something, I have to be different. Even if I also like it, like, I always have to be different. I always have to. Like, I will go out of my way to be different. Which is why it took me so long to get an iPhone. Because everybody had iPhones, and I always wanted to be different. I never want to be like everybody else. So, but like after a while, after I listened to this album the second and third time, I just couldn't even deny it no more. Like, I had to just take the L and admit that I fuck with this song. Like, this song is so fire. Don't matter what time of the day it is. I prefer it nighttime, again, because I prefer this whole album at nighttime. I don't think this album will get much play from me during the daytime, except for like songs like Hype and Still Here and Child's Play. But baby, I like your style. You know the way, running back way. You know I can't wait. Drake, bruh. That I don't know how he does it, but that song is fucking fire. That song is flames, dog. And it's like, I can't even, like, it's undeniable flames. Like, that shit. Track 13, Grammys. Now, again, when I first heard this song, I thought this was the worst song on the album because Future verse. Now, I watched somebody else's reaction to it, and I realized, like, I think it's because, like, when I first heard the album, I was, like, shocked by the beat change and, like, Future's voice how it sounded on the beat. So I was like, this song sucks, because it, like, threw me off. But once I listened to it again and just appreciate it for what it was, and like Future, he not really rapping. I think I learned how to speak Future because before 2015, before March Madness, I did not understand what the fuck Future was saying. But once I learned the lyrics to March Madness, for the most part, I could speak Future now. Because like March Madness is what made me a Future fan. And I think I've gotten to the point where I could speak Future because I understood what he was saying in that verse. Not even like in the headphones. Like when I was listening to it on my Beat Speak, I understood what he was saying. My Beat Speak is about like 7 feet away from where I was sitting. So like for me to fully understand what he's saying, I understood 95%. You never fully understand everything Future is saying, but you can understand most of it. And like I understood a lot of it. So that was good. Now I like the song. It's still not one of the best on this album, but I do enjoy it. Now, track 14, my favorite song on this album. I've listened to this song at least 30 times since Views came out on Thursday night at 11. So since then, I've listened to this bitch 30 times. I love this fucking song, bro. This is by far the best song on this album. This song, I don't even know. I know what it is about it, but I don't know why I like it so much. But like, I love this song. Like, this song is great. This song might be a top 5 Drake song for me. The production, like the little tambourine in the beginning, it like adds something to it. It's like, it's not like totally necessary, but it's like a cherry on top. It's like whipped cream on a sundae. It's like you don't really need it, but like when it's there, you happy, you know? And then like the beat change after the first verse, where it's like, don't let me take you back to the hood, and like there's no beat, there's no like drums in there, there's no kicks, 808s. And then like, don't make me take you back to the hood, don't let me take you back, and then it pauses, and then you just hear, bounce that shit like, bounce that shit like, it's like, that part is great. And then the rode that dick like a soldier, she rode it like a soldier, rode it like a soldier, great. And the background samples, that I didn't know that there was that much background stuff until I played it in my headphones on my third like full listen of the album. And there's a lot in there. Like the beat is like really full. Like it's really full. And like for Drake joints, that's like an anomaly, because Drake beats are usually like really empty and like atmospheric and empty and open and airy. But like for this one, it was like really full. Like it was a really produced beat, and a really produced song rather. I really fuck with it. Like I really like this song. I really do. Track 15, Pop Style. Now, this joint got one of the best lines on this album. Dropped out of school, now we done rich, done rich. But it also has one of the worst Drake lines I've ever fucking heard. Got so many chains, they call me Channing Tatum. Every time I hear this song, I cringe at that line. Where it's like, the beginning. Tell my mama I love it if I do not make it. Got so many chains, they call me Channing Tatum. And it's like, why? Who told you in the studio that shit was hot? Let me be an A&R, yo. Let me be an A&R, bruh. Labels, if you out there watching, I got an ear. I'll tell niggas when some shit is whack. I know music. Like let me be an A&R, because my ear for music is like real powerful. Because I'd have told him in a quick second, like, my nigga, don't ever say some dumb shit like that. Like, what are you thinking? What was on your bean? Now you got a lot of lines that are cringy like that, but that's the worst one of them all on this fucking album. Like, oh my god, I hate that line. That line is terrible, bruh. That line is on par with never call you a bitch, but who are you barking to? I respect Drake for his penmanship, even though I probably shouldn't because he uses writers, but I still respect him for his penmanship. And because at the end of the day, I still don't know what he writes and doesn't write, so I kind of just judge everything as he writes it until it gets exposed that he doesn't write it. But besides that, the song is dope. I like that he took off Kanye and Jay-Z, because again, Jay-Z verse was a fucking embarrassment. Even though it turns out that wasn't his verse, he just rapped Drake's lines on the little bridge. But like taking off Kanye verse, it was okay. I like Kanye verse, but I like Drake's second verse more, because like he talking his shit, and I like when Drake talks his shit. For the most part, sometimes he get a little annoying. Like when I first heard this song when it got leaked, like the actual album version, I was like, eh. But then I heard it in like the scheme of the album, I was like, yeah, this album needed shit like that because of how much sappy shit is in it. So I'm glad that he incorporated some of him talking his shit, because he needed to, because of all the goddamn sappy, emotional female shit in here. Like songs like this make you able to appreciate that shit more, because you don't feel like you drowning in it, you know? Oh wait, before I leave track 15, that sound in the back, like doo 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 doo, that shit makes that beat great. Shout out to Seven Thomas. I got some beats from Seven Thomas that are probably gonna be on my next mixtape, but like this is way before like he started getting placement on Drake projects and shit. Like that beat is really dope. Shout out to him. I don't know, dude, but I got some of his beats, and like I'm glad, I'm proud of what he's doing, even though I don't know him. You know. Track 16, Too Good. Now this song is okay. I could have done without it on the project. Like it didn't have to be here. It could have been like a one-off release, kind of like what he dropped one. Like it could have been like a draft day, where he just dropped it and didn't do nothing with it. He just kind of put it out there. I wish it would have did that. But if he was gonna put it on the album, I wish he put somebody with like a sweeter voice on it, like a Aight Coo. I'm a big fan of her. Still don't know how to say her fucking name, but or a Kehlani, somebody with like a real like sweet, softer voice. Because the beat is already kind of thumpy and out there, so you don't want somebody with like a strong ass voice like Rihanna. Because Rihanna's voice is not strong like a Whitney Houston. Rihanna's voice is kind of strong but monotone. Like I wish he would have put like somebody with like a sweeter voice on there, a sweeter and softer voice. Like cause like I ideally it would have been Janae, but like Kehlani would have been good too. But Drake don't like to give nobody looks, which I hate, because Drake misses out on so many like great songs if he would have put the right people on it rather than going with star power. But you know, again, that might just be A&Rs or executive producers of projects not knowing, not like hearing who should be on the song, which is why I should be an A&R or a producer or whatever, because my ear is phenomenal. I'm telling you, you put Janae on this joint, this song is out of here, bro. This song is a standout on this project. 17, The Summer's Over interlude. This song is so dope. I wish like it would come out, they would come out with like a full version of the song, because this song is so dope. It sounds like a modern version of like a Smokey Robinson combined with like a Michael Jackson kind of song, like a modern version. Like if you take like Smokey Robinson's Cruisin', you like modernize it, put like in some stronger drums, you get like somebody with like a Michael Jackson voice where it's kind of like raspy. That's what this joint sound like. I don't know who's singing it. It might be The Division. I'm glad The Division got so many looks on this album because he's dope. 18, Fire and Desire. Now this is the worst song on this album. I don't like this at all. There's like not one positive about this song besides the Brandy sample. Besides that, this song sucks. This song serves one purpose, and that's if I was putting the knees in somebody, then like this song would kind of have a purpose. Even then, I don't know if I would listen to it or use it for that purpose. But other than that, this song sucks. Like it's not like Practice. Like Practice, you could kind of just sit and vibe to, even if you're not fucking nobody. But like this joint, it's not. It's not happening. It's not. I'm damn near gonna delete this song. That's how bad it is. This shit is terrible. Track 19, Views. Look, now the question is, will I ever leave you? And the answer is no, 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 no. Feel me? This song was dope as shit, but it felt like it was missing something. Like to end the album on this song I think it was a mistake, because the way it ended, like he was just like, if I was them, I wouldn't like me either, some shit like that. And then it kind of just, the beat just goes, and it's like, there needs to be something there on the outro. Now, if this was like in the middle of the album, which I think it should have been, I think it should have been like an interlude or like just a song in the middle of the album. But like, if it was that, then you could by all means have that. Like, it's cool. But at the end of the album, it needs something there to like put a period on the album. Like that one, it feels like an open-ended. It doesn't feel finished. Like it feels like there's something missing, like a beat change, another verse, or like a vocal thing from somebody where they talk, or it's missing something. Like it didn't feel full enough to be the outro, which it leaves me feeling unsatisfied. Because like on albums like Take Care, which is this like The Ride, the outro on Take Care, The Ride with The Weeknd, where he just rapping his ass off and The Weeknd is in there, like that makes the album so much better when it ends strongly like that. Or Nothing Was the Same. Like I'd like Nothing Was the Same a lot less if he didn't end it with Paris Morton Music too. You need strong endings to your album. What if You're Reading This Is Too Late into it? 6 p.m. in New York. I don't really like that song. I don't think that one should have ended it either. Like you need strong endings to albums. You need them. Like it's imperative. Because if not, it's like if you don't have a strong ending to your album, it's like eating food and not being full. Like you still want more. And that's a terrible feeling with an album, to still want more. Like when you listen to an album, you should be fully satisfied. Like once it's over, you should be like, yeah, I'm good. Like I'm good with this for a while. Like I'll be good with this for however long it takes you to put out a new album. I'll be good with this one. Like I'm straight. That's what albums should feel like. But this one, it feels empty. Like it needs another song. Like if it was up to me, I'd have put 9 as the outro because of like that line. And I turn a 6 upside down. It's a 9 now. I feel like that should have been the outro because of the beat. I feel like that one would have been better as the outro. Or if not, then he should have just added another song after this. Or like did the same thing he did with Pound Cake Paris Morton too, where he like switches the beat and like does a little bit more rapping and then ends it like that. Because it felt empty, like it really needed something. After my first listen, I gave it an 8 out of 19. After 3 listens, I give it 15 out of 19. Like there's only 4 songs that I can't really get with. First listen to now, there's 7 more songs that I like, and those are 9, You With Me, Feel No Ways, which I love now, With You, One Dance, Grammys, and Controller, the album version. Now I'm gonna give y'all my favorite songs. In my opinion, the worst to best songs. We're gonna start from 19 and we're gonna list them all the way to the first. Number 19, the worst song is Fire and Desire. That song sucked. Number 18 is Redemption. It would be nice. Actually, no. You can't get worse than Fire and Desire. But 18, it's like it's worse than everything else, but it's not worse than Fire and Desire. That's the only reason why it's 18. Like this would be. Well, I don't really know what else to say besides it being bad. But that verse, it saves the song from being a total like delete. Because Fire and Desire is probably gonna get deleted. Redemption, I probably won't delete it because of that last verse. Because I fuck with that verse. That verse is tough. 17, Too Good, because of the Rihanna joint. That song was really subpar. It could have been so much better. Like if he took Rihanna off and put somebody on with like a sweeter voice, that could have been like one of the top 10 songs on his album. I guarantee it. Like Men's Warehouse. 16, Keep the Family Close. It's not a bad song. It's just not like a really good song. Like I don't hate the song, but I don't particularly like the song. That's why it's 16. 15, With You. I like With You. You know, from 15 up, it's pretty good because there's only 4 songs that I really hate. I don't hate Keep the Family Close, but there's only 4 songs that I don't like. And those are Fire and Desire, Redemption, Too Good, and Keep the Family Close. Those are only 4 songs that I don't like. So from there on, I like everything. But let me get out the rest of my joint. With You, 15, I fuck with that joint. 14, Grammys. 13, Summer's Over Interlude. It would be higher, but it's just an interlude, so it's really short. So I can't like give it a top 10, even though if it was longer, it would definitely be top 10 easily. 12, Views, the outro, only because the verses were pretty good. Number 11, You With Me. I fuck with that song. Like it grew on me a lot. Track number 10, 9, which is weird, but number 10, 9, I fuck with that song a lot more. Like the beat is like real airy. I really like that song now. It grew on me a lot. Number 9, Western Road Flows. That Mary J. Blige sample, phenomenal. Number 8, Controller, Body Rolls. Controller, you know. Number 7, One Dance. I fuck with that. Baby, I like your style. Number 6, Pop Style. Number 5, Faithful. Number 4, Feel No Ways. That song is great. Number 3, Hype. Number 2, Still Here. And number 1, Child's Play. So that's my thoughts on the album. It was like really in depth. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but it was like really in depth. I wanted to really break down the album for y'all. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. Comment your thoughts, what you thought about the album, and I'm not gonna ask you to share the video because this shit gonna be long as fuck. But if you want to share the video, I'd appreciate it. Or if you want to like bring your friends over and let them watch the video and we could discuss all our thoughts in the comments and shit, that'd be cool with me because I love talking about music, as you can see. And subscribe to join the gang because we lit. And don't forget, I ain't shit but the shit. I'm up out of here. Peace. Wait. Baby, I like your style. Alright.
Say bounce that shit like whoa. Yeah, bounce that shit like whoa. This is not a fairy tale, I already know how you like it. Take you to the mall and get you a new outfit. Girl, that's just some child's play. Bounce that shit like whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.